We have tons of big news to discuss in this video, so as always, the timestamps will be in the description down below. If you guys want more wrestling videos like this, just go ahead and click subscribe, and don't forget TikTok, Discord, all those links are in the description as well. We're going to kick things off with a quick update on NWA, because I keep scratching my head every single time the NWA has something like this. Guys, the NWA is having another championship belt introduced to the show, and just a few days ago we talked about the NWA United States Tag Team Championship belts returning at NWA 74. Now it appears that the NWA will bring back or bring in a TV title for the women's division. And honestly, this is just too many titles in this company. Junior Heavyweight Championship, I think at this point they have 8 or 9 title belts. I don't agree with it. I think it's a big issue in New Japan. I think it's a big issue in WWE. I think having too many championship belts, it kind of devalues the purpose of having a championship belt. I love the idea of a woman secondary title. I really do. I think it's a great idea. I just think this company has so many title belts that it's like, that it's not going to feel as important, especially based on their roster size and how small they are. I'm really pulling for Billy Corgan and NWA. I just don't personally enjoy it as of right now. There's some good, there's some bad. It's very inconsistent, and I think that's an issue. But nonetheless, NWA continues to make moves. How will it benefit the company? We'll find out at some point in the near future. I want to talk about Matt Jackson from AEW because, guys, there's been a lot of talk about Matt Jackson and, of course, whether or not he's injured, what's the seriousness of the injury and whatnot. The good news is Dave Meltzer had reported that Matt Jackson is doing a lot better, and Matt basically described it as bad whiplash. So we all saw that ladder match. It obviously looked like, you know, some pretty harsh stuff, but thankfully Matt Jackson has no loss of strength. His mobility and range of motion is already back to normal. He passed a strength test right after the injury, so all major concerns are no longer there. He might be a few weeks away from coming back to the ring, which is totally fine. Good news here. I actually really just want to provide an update on it because we talked about it originally when it happened. I just wanted you guys to know that Matt Jackson is not actually injured. We've been talking a lot recently about injuries, and a lot of times the companies don't necessarily disclose them, so this is a cool way to keep you guys in the loop. But as of right now, it does appear that Matt Jackson will be okay. Impact Wrestling bringing in Bandito and Ray Horace. This is actually really, really good news. I'm excited about this. There's been rumors for a while that Impact Wrestling could be in talks with Bandito. Maybe you guys missed yesterday's video. For those who are completely unaware, AEW's Tony Khan, ROH, has signed the Briscoes to exclusive contracts. And as of right now, there's no talks about Bandito going to AEW or ROH. However, Impact Wrestling has announced for Impact Emergence, Bandito will be taking on Ray Horace. This is going to be an attraction match. That's the terms that they're using to describe this. Honestly, I think this is a fantastic idea for Impact Wrestling. You know, Impact Wrestling stays afloat because they own their television network. Like, the people that own Access TV own Impact Wrestling, so it helps the fact that they, you know, they're pretty well known internationally. It's a great thing that they have relationships with all these other companies. Yes, they're a smaller company. There's no problem with being a smaller company. I think it's good that we have companies like Impact, MLW, GCW, you know, all of these smaller companies. It's healthy for the industry. And a guy like Bandito going to Impact is a great thing. This is a good debut. If he does, in fact, sign with Impact Wrestling, I think it's a fantastic signing. But ultimately, I look at Tony Khan and what he has done with AEW and ROH. And basically, when Tony Khan bought ROH, I kind of got this feeling that maybe, just maybe, Tony Khan kind of impacted the smaller wrestling promotions. And you know what? I think that is still true to this day. The Briscoes being swept out of Impact, going exclusively to ROH. It is what it is. But now with Bandito, hopefully Tony Khan doesn't do the same, because I think Bandito will be a great asset to Impact Wrestling. And I think the more that fans are patient with Impact, I think the more it grows. It's going to be a very, very viable option. I think to a certain point right now it already is, but I think it's going to even become a more viable option for wrestling fans going forward. And also just keep in mind, you know, Impact Wrestling does play nice with AEW. They play nice with Tony Khan, so maybe ROH and Impact work out a deal. you never know. That's what makes the Forbidden Door and all this stuff so fun. So just kind of keep that in mind. Bandito's going to Impact Wrestling. We'll see what happens. I look forward to it. And guys, for our big story of the day, this is massive, massive news. WWE dropped a major announcement today. John Laurinaitis is no longer with the WWE and has instead been replaced by Triple H, Paul Levesque. So WWE has officially announced that Triple H will resume his executive position as EVP of Talent Relations. John Laurinaitis has been in this role until WWE launched an investigation in relation to the Vince McMahon Wall Street Journal sexual misconduct story. Bruce Pritchard was in the interim taking over John Laurinaitis' position. Fightful Select reported additional details on the move. Pritchard is back in his role as part of WWE Creative. While he was in the head of Talent Relations role, Talent was concerned about having someone work both of those roles, which is fairly understandable, which makes sense. WWE put him in the interim just until they could figure it out. Now Triple H is back. It does make sense. Now, basically, Triple H being back in this role signaled the widely expected confirmation that Laurinaitis is effectively gone and done with the company, as many consider him to be the fall guy from a professional standpoint. There was an outright celebration from some of the top talent in the company when Laurinaitis was ousted, as one person called him a snake, and several sources said the role itself had long passed Laurinaitis by. In regards to Triple H being back in power, the talent that spoke with Fightful noted they got along well with Triple H. One top star said they weren't sure why Triple H was ever removed to begin with, and another said he'll likely need to adapt to the new talent hiring vision as opposed to his vision for the black and gold era. For those who don't understand that, what it means, Triple H can't go back and sign 600 indie wrestlers. Now he's got to actually focus on developing people and stuff like that. So my point to all of this is, if you guys want the black and gold era of NXT, just go watch AEW Dynamite. Another longtime talent said they're happy for the move because Triple H is approachable, gets back to talent, understands what they're going through, and doesn't give them the we'll see answers. Triple H is the shit. I think you guys already know how I feel about Triple H, so I'm all about this. Triple H had his responsibilities adjusted and even dwindled before his cardiac arrest or cardiac event. He's still not running NXT, as the brand is still being ran by Shawn Michaels. This will not affect NXT's creative, though. Triple H will be hiring and recruiting talent again. So basically, this is stuff that I have been telling you guys for a very, very long time on the channel, but now WWE has made it official announcement. So for those who told me, Ango, you're lying, you're not telling the truth, I'll see it when I believe it. Here is your proof. WWE released this information today. Fightful Select got some more details. It's just that simple. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I think WWE is going to be a lot better with Triple H in power. I don't know if this is going to actually reflect some real change or whatnot. I think once Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon are gone, maybe it does. I don't know. We'll see. However, I do think WWE is far better with Triple H in power versus Triple H without power. So we will see what happens. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.